Hello and welcome back to ManVFilm. It's time for Eureka's June announcements. We've got two Masters of Cinema titles here, and it feels like the Masters of Cinema is really ramping up this year thus far. I've not really had a look at these titles too much other than the names of them, but let's dive in and have a little look at them together. So first up, we have a double pack from Eureka of Asian action films. Exact Revenge, which has The Eunuch and The Deadly Knives from 1971 to 1972. Revenge is and has always been one of the most popular and prolific themes in Hong Kong cinema, from classic wuxia epics to kung fu musics and heroic bloodshed films during the 1970s. Shaw Brothers Studio was the largest production company operating in Hong Kong and the king of the vengeance tale. Presented here are two of the studio's most interesting and underrated takes on the revenge story. A wuxia pian, written by legendary Lo Wei and directed by Teddy Yip, the eunuch begins as the eponymous eunuch survives an attempt on his life ordered by the emperor, Lo Wei himself. After killing the emperor and his family in cold blood, Gui notices that the prince is missing and sets out to complete his revenge mission. Then Chung Li and Ling Yun star as the kung fu film The Deadly Knives as young lovers, whose relationship is tested when Yan's family comes under threat by Japanese thugs. He becomes determined to avenge their honour, even if that means taking on Guan's corrupt father. The Eunuch and Deadly Knives are made just as the wuxia film is giving way to the kung fu movie in the wake of Bruce Lee's international success, and provide a fascinating insight into how the theme of revenge was retooled as one genre superseded another. You've got a limited edition 2,000 copies, limited edition O-card slipcase featuring new artwork. We have a booklet in this one as well. 1080p HD presentations of both films, original Mandarin audio tracks, English dub for The Deadly Knives, English subtitles newly revised for this release, and we have a commentary on The Eunuch by Mike Leader and Arn Venema, and a new commentary on The Deadly Knives by Frank Jeng. Don't know too much about these, but I do like it when Eureka throw out a double pack. There's usually at least one excellent film in there, if not two. Recently, the Venom Mob double pack that came out was an absolute fantastic double pack. Now on to Heart of Stone, which is 319 in the Masters of Cinema series, directed by Paul Verhoeven. A different one, I'm assuming, because it's from 1950. In 1950, DEFA, the state-owned film studio of East Germany, or the GDR, embarked on what would provide a long tradition of producing films based on folk tales by the likes of Hans Christian Andersen and the Brothers Grimm. German author Wilhelm Hulf provided the source for the studio's first folktale, The Cold Heart, which became Das Kalte Herz, or The Heart of Stone. The first East German production to be shot in colour, it remained one of the most successful films the GDR ever produced until DEFA's dissolution in 1992. Peter Monk lives in the Black Forest with his mother and makes a modest living selling charcoal in the nearest town. He is deeply in love with his beautiful Lisbeth and equally as jealous as the arrogant Ezekiel, a wealthy merchant who frequents a local tavern, desperate to improve his social standing. Peter appeals to a mischievous forest spirit, the Glass Imp, for help. The imp grants Peter two wishes, but only with strict conditions attached that leave him wanting more. He then turns to the infamous Dutch Michael, a reclusive warlock who can give Peter anything his heart desires, but only if he's willing to exchange his heart for one made of stone. By turns whimsical, weird, and darkly macabre, Heart of Stone is an arrestingly beautiful work of fantasy that established a template for DEFA's future folktales, including a penchant for scenes likely to induce nightmares in children, and it was swiftly followed by the likes of The Devil from Mill Mountain and The Singing Ringing Tree, and Rumpelstiltskin. The Masters of Cinema series is proud to present Heart of Stone and Blu-ray. The Singing Ringing Tree is one of those children movies that is truly horrifying if you haven't seen it. We have a limited edition O-card slipcase. We have a booklet. There is Heart of Stone presented in a 2K restoration from the original 35mm camera negative. English subtitles on the main feature and accompanying shorts, newly revised for this release. We've got a new audio commentary by deaf historian Sean Allen. Once Upon a Time in the East, new interview with Soviet cinema expert Claire Knight. Tales from the Black Forest, new video essay on Heart of Stone, folktales and gothic horror by film and literary scholar Mary Gowan. The Bremen Town is a folktale short for animation. The Magic Ring is another short animation, and Thumbelina's Adventure is again a third animation. This sounds wonderful. You've got a trailer that you can watch here, or you can watch on the YouTube channel. I haven't checked out as yet. I don't know if I will. There's just something about this that I need to see anyway, so I'm just generally curious. And next up we have Hong Kong 1941 from 1984, starring Chow Yun-fat, a versatile British-Chinese filmmaker whose career has spanned nearly 50 years. Po Chi Leong has worked in a variety of genres, from action in Foxbat to horror in The Island, comedy in Ping Pong, and the gangster movie in Shanghai 1920, which was nominated for Best Feature at the Chicago International Film Festival. His masterpiece, though, is Hong Kong 1941, an affecting war drama starring Cecilia Yip, Alex Mann, and Chow Yun-fat in his breakout role. Produced by Sammo Hung, Hong Kong 1941 follows three Hong Kongers forced to negotiate life under occupation as their homeland falls to the Imperial Japanese Army during World War II. Ha Yuk Nam is a young woman locked in a love triangle with her close friends Yip Kim Fei and Wong Hak Kyung as they dream of escape. Their complicated personal relationships play out against the background of oppression and brutality that was brought to Hong Kong by Japanese rule between 1941 and 1945. A story of loyalty and love, Leong's film deals with one of the darkest periods in Hong Kong's history and was nominated for no less than 8 awards at the 1985 Hong Kong Film Awards, winning for its breakthrough cinematography by Bri Lai. It also launched Chow Yun-fat to stardom 2 years before his first collaboration with John Woo. It is an O-card slipcase, a limited edition booklet presented in a 1080p HD from a brand new 4K restoration. We have the original Cantonese mono audio track, the optional English dub, optional English subtitles newly translated for this release, a new commentary by Frank Jeng, Hong Kong 1984 new video essay by Tony Raines on the contemporary impact of Hong Kong 1941, archival interview with Chow Yun-fat, archival interview with Cecilia Yip, and the original theatrical trailer. And that is everything for Hong Kong 41, which does sound rather interesting. Now, I kind of mix the movies here again. I think the one that I'm most interested in is probably Heart of Stone, because it just sounds a little bit different. It sounds like more of the niche Masters of Cinema films, and also noticing that we have more DEFA films. I'm wondering if this is something that's recently been tapped into. Are we going to get more of these? I mean, I'm excited if we are, because an untapped market or something that I haven't really experienced too much of is always exciting. Hong Kong 1941 sounds interesting, and definitely something I'd be willing to check out. It doesn't sound like the super positive or happy movie, but it sounds interesting. And the Exact Revenge double packed sounds fun. Kind of Sunday afternoon chop socky kind of movies, which I will probably watch and enjoy. The Masters of Cinema series has had a lot of releases. Tail end of last year we had 300 with Black Tuesday. Now we're up to 320 with Hong Kong 1941. That's incredible. really moving along now, which I'm happy about. I'd love to know what you think about this announcement. Have you seen any of these films, or are there any that you've heard about that you're excited to finally get your hands on? Let me know in the comment box below. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box are links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.